Hey YouTube, what's up? I'm back with just a little life update. This one is gonna be more naturally paced because I want to avoid editing as much as possible because I want to be able to post this tonight. Hopefully soon after I record this. But just wanted to make a little update video since it's been a second since I posted or made any new content. So let's just get right into this update. Well, first things first, tonight is my first night going back to the strip club. We'll see how that's gonna go. I'm pretty nervous about that. It's been over 5 months now since I've worked at the club. I just haven't been because of my shoulder and my kneecaps. My kneecaps still aren't fully healed, but I did buy some knee pads to hopefully be able to dance in them. We'll see how that works out. Honestly, my injuries are what I'm least worried about right now. I am so nervous about going back just because you're gonna hear Delta growling probably throughout this. She's been getting really annoyed by Balder lately. But just because it's been so long since I've been to work, okay, and my heater just came on, so you're probably gonna hear that too. There's gonna be a lot happening here. Anyways, it's been so long since I've been to work. I'm so nervous. It took me a minute to get comfortable at Deja Vu and learning kind of how it works there because every club you're gonna work at is different. So it took me a while to get comfortable there to actually make good money, and I'm worried that I'm gonna have to go through that whole thing again. I'm worried that I'm not gonna make shit. I'm worried I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna suck at dancing because I have not done a minute of practice, which I should have been doing the past couple weeks, but I haven't. So I'm really worried that I'm gonna get on stage and just look like a complete idiot. We'll see how that goes. I'm also worried I'm just gonna be shy and awkward and not know how to talk to the customers anymore. And I'm also kind of thinking about, one thing I'm kind of worried about is that Deja Vu is a touching allowed club because they don't serve alcohol like my home club did at Aloha Gloria's. They served alcohol and there was no touching allowed. At this club, they don't serve alcohol, so the customers are allowed to touch you. And for the longest time, I still didn't let them. But eventually, I was like, okay, I'm not making any money because why are they going to get a dance from the stripper who says, don't touch me, when there's 30 other girls that they can get a dance from that will let them. So I was like, whatever, I gave in. It wasn't that bad. I didn't let them do anything crazy or gross. But now it's just been so long. I don't like the idea of these gross men touching me. We'll see how that goes. I definitely might have some new boundaries. So we'll see what exactly I'm going to be comfortable with because I don't really know what I'm going to be comfortable with until I get there. So I'm kind of nervous about that. But I'm not going to be going to the club super often. Probably no more. At most, one night a week. But probably more every other weekend I'll go. But we'll see. I don't know. So that's tonight. I've got a couple outfits picked out that I might wear. I might wear that Christmas outfit that I unboxed on my Christmas Shein haul video. If I can find some that colorful medical tape. If I can find some of that's red, because my knee pads are pink and I don't want to wear a red outfit with pink knee pads. I feel like it won't really look good. So I'm gonna go to Walmart on my way, and if I can find some red medical tape, then I will wear that Christmas outfit. But if I can't, I'll probably just wear most of my outfits are pink, so I'll probably just wear something else. But I would really like to wear that Christmas outfit. But anyways, yeah. So I will update y'all on how that goes. We'll see. Hopefully, I've been telling myself if I can just leave with $300, I'll be happy. that means I would have to make like almost 500 because the house fee there is 160. So if I can just leave with $300 my first night back, I'll be fine. I really don't want to put a limit like that on myself because that just kind of makes me feel better about like being shy and not talking to anyone all night. But that is my goal. That is my minimum goal. $300. If it gets to like 2 a.m. and I still haven't made enough to leave with $300, I'm gonna have to fucking just grind it out. But we'll see. The other thing that's going on currently is I have officially started tapering down off my medication, which is kind of scary. I probably won't get too much into this, but basically, like, when I quit vaping a long ass time ago, I quit vaping for like a year, and I kind of developed a little bit of like a binge eating disorder, and I gained over 30 pounds. I went from being like 135 to like pushing 170, like in the mid 160s. So I've been on this medication to help treat that binge eating, and I lost about 15 pounds, which is great. But I was wanting to focus more on just fixing my eating habits than losing weight, really. Because I wasn't on the meds to lose weight. I was on the meds to treat my eating habits. So I was on it for a good few months, and now I've started tapering down. I am now taking a dose that's like 7.5 milligrams less than what my dose was. And then I will be taking this dose this month and then maybe next month, and then I'm gonna taper down by 15 milligrams. And then after that, I'm going to start taking that dosage every other day until I'm done. So what kind of sucks is that I did not really put as much effort as I should have while I was on the full dose into my eating habits, because the thing about this medication is that it really takes away your appetite. So it is really easy to just go all day without eating, and then basically just eating when you remember to, or like when I had the energy, because I would never really be hungry. So it was mostly just pretty much telling myself to eat because I knew I needed to. But I should have made a way bigger effort to build like an eating routine, basically. But I didn't really do that. I kind of was lazy and didn't do what I should have. But the fact that I'm tapering down my medication I feel like will give me more motivation to do that, because I can feel my cravings starting to come back a little bit at a time. So now it's like, now or never. This is the time that I have to really start just creating a schedule, or not a schedule, but a habit. Making a habit out of healthy eating times and things like that. Another thing that I should have been doing is exercising, but I wasn't. Really, a lot of people do really good with exercising on this medication because it is a stimulant and it gives people a lot of energy. But I don't know if it's probably because of my ADD. I don't really notice a difference in my energy level. It really just kind of just makes me feel, honestly, I just feel normal on it. For the most part, I haven't really noticed a difference in my energy. So unfortunately, I didn't really have that privilege, but it's okay. I'm not gonna go crazy or anything and make myself be like, you gotta go to the gym every day, 5 or 6 days a week, and you have to burn this many calories, because I know that's really just gonna like lead to burning me out and then me quitting. So what I'm really just gonna focus on at first is getting enough steps in throughout the day. And if I'm not doing that enough at work, then I'll go for a little walk. Like if I get off work and I only have taken like 7,000 steps, then I'll go for a little walk for, 20 minutes, a brisk walk. So that's where I'm gonna start out, and then just try to make myself do a little bit more every day. And if it's too cold, I'll go to the gym and get on the elliptical or just walk on the treadmill for an hour, you know, who knows. But I'm gonna start small so that I don't burn myself out and so that I keep going. So yeah, that's basically it with like my medication. It's really just time for me to like focus on my health. And then one of these days I'm gonna quit vaping again, but I am not gonna think too much about that right now since that is what caused my binge eating in the first place. Right now I'm just focusing on only vaping like 4 times a day. And that is pretty manageable and doesn't seem to like cause me to crave food or anything. So that's that. Once I feel pretty healthy in my eating habits and pretty like confident in my self-control, then I will start focusing on quitting nicotine again. This is probably the biggest thing I've been thinking about lately because it is the first time in my life that I've ever thought about going to college, really. I haven't even considered college since probably like my sophomore year of high school. After that, I pretty much decided that school was not for me. Like struggling so much just to graduate high school pretty much determined for me that college was not going to work and that I didn't have what it takes, which might be true. I don't know. We'll see. But I recently came up with an idea of something that I wanted to go to college for. Another reason why I never wanted to go was because I couldn't think of anything I was passionate enough about to go to college. I mean, the only thing I'm really passionate about is animals, but I could never make it through college to become a veterinarian because it's like harder to become an animal doctor than a human doctor. So I did not even consider that. But I started thinking about interior design school. And I was looking into it and it seemed like the only places you could get a degree in interior design is like design schools, like universities for design. And I imagine those would be pretty fucking expensive. It'd be like going to fashion school or something like that. But turns out they have an interior design degree at CSU Fort Collins. So I started considering that a little bit and I decided pretty much it's like a for sure thing that I am going to start college. Will I go to Fort Collins for the interior design degree? I don't know. All I know right now is that I am going to start my associate's degree here in Canyon at PCC. And then after that, once I finish that, we'll see how I feel. If I can go from there. I might get to the end of my associate's degree and be like, I can't do this. I was right. College is not for me. And just end it there with an associate's degree and figure out the rest some other time. But what I would love to do is get my associates out of the way as quick as possible and then head to Fort Collins for my bachelor's degree. In my perfect world, I would start next semester, this coming spring semester. But in order to do that, I would need to get everything figured out in like the next couple weeks, which, knowing myself, I don't really know if I can see that happening. But I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if you have to apply for community colleges, but I would have to apply and then do like FAFSA and all that, and then get my classes scheduled. And then I'd have to like have my work schedule line up with my school schedule, and I just don't know if I can do that in like the next 2 weeks, especially with like Christmas coming up and all this other stuff going on. I don't know, but I do know that I want to get my associates done as fast as possible. And if one semester in the next 2 years, or maybe 2 semesters, if I can save up enough money to do a full-time, like to do 1 or 2 semesters full-time to get through it faster, then I would do that. But that's going to take a lot of work over the next like year probably of like saving money and stuff. But all I know is that I don't want it to take a full 2 years. I want to do this as fast as I can. But yeah, so that's basically it for my college plans. I will be moving to Fort Collins if I decide to go for the bachelor's degree. That's a little scary. I've lived in Canyon my whole fucking life. My whole family's here. I don't hate Canyon like everyone else does who lives here. So I don't know. I might hate it. I gotta find a new strip club to work at, probably in Denver, which will suck because it'll be like a full, like over an hour drive probably, but what are you gonna do? All right, and the last thing I wanted to talk about is my plans for Ghost Adventures content. I know some of you guys might have noticed that my Panic in Amarillo video kind of blew up. It blew up for me because I literally just made this YouTube channel just for basically to be my long form Snapchat story. Because I just like talking to my phone in my free time and doing little vlogs on my Snapchat story. So that was basically the only reason I made this channel. I never expected anybody to watch it, but my Panic in Amarillo video ended up getting recommended to a lot of people, and a lot of people watched it. At least, like, it was a lot for me. It's like less than 1,000 views. I don't know how many views it has now, but it's under 1,000 or somewhere around 1,000, which is obviously not a lot for YouTube, but it's a lot for me. And it kind of makes me feel like I want to make more content like that, which I already did plan on making more Ghost Adventures videos just because I really like making them. But now I want to focus on them because, I don't know, it's kind of cool that there are people out there that I don't really know that like my videos. So if I can make more videos for, you know, just people to enjoy them, I think that would be really cool. So also another really cool thing about that was that one of the people from that episode of Ghost Adventures actually commented, and it was the anonymous eyewitness in the episode. If you guys watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. But I ended up like talking with them on Discord, and they pretty much confirmed to me, it seemed like pretty legitimate to me that it was them, and they pretty much just let me ask them all the questions that I wanted to, and they answered everything I asked, and I got to learn a lot about like that family and that episode and a little bit more about what was going on behind the scenes, and that was really, really interesting. And that kind of inspired me to make more content like that, just because, you know, it's crazy. Like, that video had less than 1,000 views, but was somehow that person was able to reach it. And a lot of people reached that video, and it got a few comments, like a couple handfuls of comments saying like, I really like this content, like, keep it up. So yeah, I think it'll just be really fun to make more videos for more people to watch. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, I don't really care. It's just fun. So yeah, that's basically it for my life update. It's probably like around 4:30 now. I'm going to be heading to the club at 9:30. So I'm just gonna be getting ready over the next 5 hours. I've got my fake tan on right now. And I guess I will let y'all know how that goes. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys, I was gonna say I hope you enjoyed this video, but it was probably kind of boring, but that's okay. But yeah, I definitely have more plans for Ghost Adventures content. If any of my new subscribers are watching this, stick around. I've got some ideas up here in my little brain, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, anyways, I will talk to you guys later.